Good day and welcome to assignment number 2, where we're given a task to design a data model for a cinema. Cinema is run by a man named Kavast, and he has different cinema across Dalana. Each cinema is divided into a movie theaters, and each theater has a rows of seats. Now the cinema does an activity called the cinema show, which involves showing of various movies in Mr. Carver's cinema. Now to enter a cinema show, you need a ticket, and a ticket is valid for a specific show. So now we're going to design, we're going to show our work, where this movie is going to be shown, and how many tickets can be sold for a particular show. So this is our data model. So these are the key factors in the data model. We have the cinemas that is divided into movie shows. So a cinema has a cinema ID, has a cinema name, has a cinema staff and address, and the cinema has a phone number to call for booking and its seat capacity and other details. And this is the movie theaters where the cinema shows are carried out. As you can see, to our left of us or in the middle, there's a movie area where the movie has a movie ID and the name of the movie that's going to play. Movies can have movies rating, and the rating description if it's adults or for kids, or for adults or for kids, or just general description of a movie. Description. Now, movies are connected to a cinema show. So this is the cinema show is where you watch the movies. So the movie is showing ID, so that the set movie that is playing, and the theater, so the theater in which the movie is playing, and the movie ID, the time when the movie starts and the time when the movie ends, and a seat number. So now a theater has theater ID, cinema ID, theater names, and rows of seats. So the theater names can be theater number 1, 2, 3, or Sam, James, given depending on the names. And then the rows of seats, so which number of seats you have or where you placed in your seats. And a seat has a theater ID, the row, and the seat count. So how many rows is in that theater place, and how many seats are there. So if a customer comes, he puts his customer ID. So he comes to buy tickets, customer ID, the customer name, other details, and credit card. If it's, let's say the customer is a member or is a part of a member, is not, depending on what kind of customer the person is. He or she buys his or her ticket, and the ticket contains a booking ID, the customer ID, the booking date when the ticket was purchased, and the booking seat count. So what seat the person is going to be placed, where he or she may sit, which is all connected to a performed show. And a performed show is where you're watching the film. So what film you're going to be about to watch. So the performed show could contain a theater ID, the row number, basically most of the information is here, the seat number, so where your sitting place, the seat status, so status is if the seat is available or is booked. So if it's not booked, then it tells you if it's available. So and the show date, so when the show is going to be performed, and all connects to this ticket that has been booked. So a book ticket is connected to a row number, a theater ID, seat number, booking ID, and show date. So everything are all connected. So the ticket that has been purchased by a customer will have all this information in his or her ticket. So the ticket will contain the row number. So if it's row 1, seat 12, the theater he's going to watch it, so the theater ID, the film he's about to watch, so the show date, and the booking number of the ticket, which can be used to watch a performed show. And a performed show is everything that you need. That is our data model for a cinema.